Today, we're going to go over the topic of addition and subtraction of radicals. First, we need to introduce like radicals. What like radicals mean? This is a radical, this is the nth root of a. Like radicals are radicals that have the same n and the same a. N would be the root, like cubic root of b, n would be 3. Okay, in cubic root of b and fourth root of b, we have the same b, but we don't have the same root. So these are not like radicals. Here, we have the same cubic root, n is the same, but we have x and y. They are not like radicals, they are different. In order for them to be the same, they must have the same n and the same a. Like this, cubic root of x and 6 cubic root of x. The 6 is a coefficient that's on the outside, so it doesn't affect whether it's a like radical or not. These are like radicals and they can be combined. They can be added, they can be subtracted. So for example, if I wanted to add this to this, cubic root of x plus 6 cubic root of x is 7 cubic root of x. Okay, we're going to concentrate on square roots. The same rules that apply to square roots apply to all radicals. Okay. Let's do this example first. 6 root 5 plus 4 root 5 are like radicals, and we can combine and add like radicals. So 6 root 5 plus 4 root 5 is like having 6 apples plus 4 apples. We can add 6 plus 4 apples, that will give us 10 apples, 10 root 5. Same thing here. 2 root a minus 8 root a, like radicals. 2 minus 8 is minus 6, so this is minus 6 root a. But if we had 2 root a minus 8 root b, we'll leave it alone because this is not simplifiable. These are not like radicals. They're both square roots, but it's of a and b. They're different. So these are not like radicals. We're going to do some numbers next. Square root of 81 minus square root of 36 can be calculated without simplifying. We don't have to simplify 81. We can calculate it directly. Square root of 81 is 9, square root of 36 is 6, 9 minus 6 is 3, and that's the answer. When you have numbers like these, like 32 and 50, first we must simplify them to see if they are like radicals, and we can combine them, add or subtract. So let's see. We can write 32 as 16 times 2, 50 as 25 times 2. The square root of 16 is 4. So take the radical out and write 4. 4 root 2 stays. Square root of 25 is 5. 5 root 2. So these are both root 2's. 4 root 2 minus 5 root 2 is minus 1 root 2. So these ended up being like radicals, and we can combine them. Let's check this next example. Square root of 75, square root of 48, and square root of 12 can all be simplified. We're going to write 75 as 25 times 3. 48 is 16 times 3. 12 is 4 times 3. Good news! They all have square root of 3 in them, so they are like radicals, which means we need to finish this problem and simplify it. So, 75 is 25 times 3. Square root of 25 is 5, so you bring down the 3, you remove the square root and you write 5. We'll put it in parentheses to show multiplication. Root 3 stays. Square root of 16 is 4. Minus 2, square root of 4 is 2, square root of 3. Okay, 3 times 5 is 15, root 3. Plus 4 root 3. 2 times 2 is 4 root 3, minus 4 root 3. Plus 4 root 3 minus 4 root 3 will cancel, so that leaves us with 15 root 3. In this example, we have square root of 72 minus square root of 50 plus 9 times square root of 200 minus 4 times square root of 108. Okay, 72 can be written as 36 times 2. 50 is 25 times 2. 200 is 100 times 2. Now for 108, if we want to write it as 2 times something, it'll be 54 times 2. But 54 doesn't serve us any purpose because 54 is not a perfect square. So we can't write it as 54 times 2. We're going to have to write it as 36 times 3 because 36 is a perfect square. I wrote it in a different color here in green. Square root of 36 is 6, so this is 6 root 2. Square root of 25 is 5, 5 root 2. 9 times square root of 100, which is 10, minus 4, square root of 36 is 6, root 3. Let us simplify these. 6 root 2 minus 5 root 2 is 1 root 2, plus 9 times 10, 90 root 2, minus 4 times 6 is 24 root 3. Okay, this term can't be combined with these. Okay. 1 root 2 plus 90 root 2 is 91 root 2 minus 24 root 3. And then we leave the answer like this. So it can't be simplified any further. The root 3 and the root 2 terms are not like radicals and they're not like terms. So they can't be simplified. So we have to leave the answer like this.